And that's the memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction. Joining us from Chicago, Ahmed Rehab, the executive director of the Council on American Islamic Relations in the Windy City. So, Mr. Rehab, let's deal with Iran first, because that's the most intense Muslim problem, or am I wrong?
Before I answer that question, Bill, I wanted to set the record straight on something important. On your show on Friday, Juan Williams asked the question, but where is their response to a man who's trying to blow up Times Square, to which his guest, Zuhdi Jasser, responded, they don't have a response. Well, in fact, we did have a response. It's in my hand. It's a press release dated May 4th. And the headline is Muslims welcome arrest in Times Square bomb plot. And in the press release, we say, in no way, shape, or form does this attack represent American Muslims or what they stand for as a faith community. So why
okay, and I'm glad you corrected the record. That's why we're here, and I'm happy to have the record corrected. Iran. See, look, here's the problem with what happened, to put everything into context. 70% of Americans object to the Ground Zero mosque. They don't do that because they're bigoted against Muslim Americans. That's not why they're objecting. They're objecting because there is, they believe, a major Muslim threat in the world. The headline is Iran. That's run by mullahs. They want a nuclear weapon. They are causing trouble almost everywhere in the Gulf. And your response to that threat is what?
Well, let me ask you a question. How many countries has Iran attacked in the last 30 years?
All right, I'm going to answer the question, but you are dodging my question, and I want you to think about it.
Well,
Iran is killing. Iran has killed people in Iraq. Millions of Iraqis died there. Okay, Iran has killed American soldiers in Iraq. All right, it is holding Americans now. Iran is. It is threatening other people in the region. It funds Hezbollah and Hamas, who kill thousands of people. So let's not play games here, Mr. Rehab. I asked you a simple question. I want your reaction.
I think you're the one playing games because
right.
you actually dodged my question. And my question, I was hoping you would understand, is an answer in of itself, in that Iran has not been a physical threat to the United States or to Americans.
Iran
it's not been a physical threat to its neighbors.
Arms and trains terrorists who kill.
Look,
that's what it does.
I think
what is your assessment?
I'm not a fan of the Iranian regime. I'm not a fan of extremist ideologies, and I believe in Iran they do have an extremist ideology. I'm not defending Iran. I just don't like it when you exaggerate the reality.
I'm not exaggerating
anything. Physical threat to
us. Look, the stats speak for themselves. More than 40,000 human beings are dead because of Muslim terror activity. Okay? We had to remove the Taliban, a sitting government in Afghanistan, because they enabled al-Qaeda to kill us. All of these things are no accident. There are Muslim insurrections in more than a dozen countries right now in the world. And what I'm trying to get across is that the Joy Behars of the world, the NPRs of the world would have you believe this is a minor thing. It isn't a minor thing. It's a major thing in the Muslim world.
Granted. And granted that there is a problem in the Muslim world. I don't want to deny that. And that there are problems with extremists, even violent extremists in the Muslim world. But what's important to understand, and what you have to understand, is that they do not represent the great overwhelming majority of Muslims in the world, not just in America, who are peaceful, who live their daily lives.
Right, then let me ask you this, because I don't disagree with you there. There are 1.5 billion Muslims in the world. If every good moderate Muslim would join with the United States and other Western countries to defeat the jihad, it would be defeated. Yet a lot of the good Muslims sit it out. I know they're afraid in places like Pakistan and Afghanistan. I got it, okay? But a lot of good Muslims are sitting it out.
We're not sitting it out. We express our opinions on everything just as you do.
No, you do in America because you have protections here. They have no protections in Afghanistan. Oh, stop it. The Taliban will cut your head off.
In other parts of the Muslim world.
No.
Look,
Mr. Rehab, let's be honest on this program. Mr. Rehab. Afghanistan is a perfect example. The Taliban will cut off your head if you help the United States.
When you call it a Muslim problem,
yes,
you have a problem. Because what you're saying is the problem exists because they're Muslim. Therefore, it's a Muslim problem. That is incorrect logic. The problem is not that they're Muslim. It's that these particular groups of people are extremists. Now, those who are Muslim who are not extremists, well, they're not part of the Muslim problem, are they? So why are you calling it a Muslim problem?
No, they're not part of the they haven't been part of the solution. So it's not a Muslim problem. They haven't. Look, it is a Muslim problem because the terror. Mr. Rehab, just a minute. I'll give you the last word. It is a Muslim problem because it's generated by Muslims almost exclusively. So it is a Muslim problem. And the good Muslims have not been able to mobilize all right, to fight the jihad in any number, and you know it. I'll give you the last word.
If the great overwhelming majority of Muslims are not only not part of this problem, but in fact are against this problem and speaking out against this problem, then it's not a Muslim problem.
All right. Well, you and I have a gentleman's disagreement on how much action they have taken to help the problem. If Afghanistan, if every Muslim there would aid NATO and America, the Taliban would be defeated. Mr. Rehab, we always enjoy talking to you. You're a stand-up guy, and we appreciate it.